Khyber missiles locked, targets chosen. Iran's chilling warning to Israel has shaken the world. What's coming next could change the Middle East forever. In a fiery declaration that has reverberated from Tehran to Tel Aviv, Iran has boldly stated that its advanced Kheibar Shekan ballistic missiles, known in the West as Khyber missiles, are ready for launch. These weapons, long rumored to be capable of bypassing Israel's defense systems, may soon find their targets. And if Iran follows through, this will not just be a regional conflict, it will be a global shockwave. Iran's Revolutionary Guard, known for its hardline stance and aggressive posture, has claimed that all options are now on the table. A high-ranking IRGC commander declared that Israel's recent actions in Gaza and Syria have crossed a red line. According to him, retaliation will not be limited to diplomatic measures or proxy attacks. Instead, Iran has signaled that a direct strike using precision ballistic missiles is not only possible, it is imminent. So what exactly are these Khyber missiles? Why is the world so alarmed? And what does this mean for the fragile balance of power in the Middle East? Let's break it down. The Kheibar Shekan, or Khyber missile, is a third-generation surface-to-surface ballistic missile developed by Iran. It boasts a range of around 1,450 kilometers and can reportedly hit targets with deadly precision. What makes this missile especially dangerous is its high maneuverability during the terminal phase. This allows it to evade missile defense systems like Israel's Iron Dome or David Sling. Iran claims it is made using composite materials, which reduce weight and increase speed, allowing faster deployment and unpredictable trajectories. This missile was named after the historic Battle of Khyber, which holds deep symbolic value in Islamic military history. Iran's use of that name is not accidental. It is a direct message of defiance and religious symbolism aimed at Israel. Iranian media outlets, heavily backed by the state, are broadcasting footage of missile drills, simulations of Israeli targets, and interviews with generals promising that the time of silence is over. In parallel, Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has warned of a crushing blow if Israel continues what Tehran calls its occupation and genocide. Across the region, tension is boiling. Hezbollah in Lebanon, backed by Iran, is reportedly on high alert. Houthi rebels in Yemen, another Iranian proxy, are preparing for what they describe as the coming storm. Meanwhile, Israel's defense forces are scrambling to assess the real threat level. Satellite imagery has shown increased activity at Iranian missile bases near the western city of Desful, a known Khyber missile storage site. The United States, a close ally of Israel, has warned Iran against any direct strike, stating that such an act would trigger a wider regional war. But Washington is also reportedly repositioning naval assets in the Persian Gulf. The USS Dwight D. Eisenhower carrier group has been ordered to stay in the region, and radar systems in Bahrain and Qatar are on high alert. Russia and China, both allies of Iran, have remained relatively quiet, but they've also criticized what they call Israel's disproportionate response in Gaza. Could this turn into a proxy conflict among global powers? Some analysts fear we're inching closer to a 21st century version of the Cuban Missile Crisis, only this time, it's in the Middle East, and the players are more unpredictable than ever. Meanwhile, inside Israel, civilians are preparing for the worst. Gas mass distribution centers have reopened in Tel Aviv. Bomb shelters are being checked, stocked, and mapped. Schools in northern Israel near the Lebanese border have shifted to remote learning, fearing rocket or missile strikes. And the Israeli Defense Ministry has quietly initiated Operation Iron Sword, a rapid response strategy designed for high-impact Iranian missile attacks. But beyond the military hardware and strategic posturing, the human toll of what might come next is terrifying. A full-scale conflict between Iran and Israel could engulf Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, and even the Persian Gulf. Civilian casualties could reach into the thousands within days. Oil prices would skyrocket. Global markets would panic. Pilgrimage cities like Mecca and Jerusalem could become flashpoints. And world leaders, from Washington to Beijing, would be forced to take sides. In fact, a recent report from a European intelligence agency warned that if even a single Khyber missile lands in Israeli territory, it would be seen as an act of war, likely leading to massive Israeli retaliation using Jericho-3 missiles or airstrikes deep into Iranian territory. The stakes? Higher than ever. Israel's intelligence community, known for its preemptive tactics, has also reportedly considered launching cyber attacks on Iran's missile guidance systems. These efforts could cripple launch capabilities but might also be seen as an escalation. Iran, in response, has warned that any interference with our systems will be met with cyber warfare of our own. This is not just a conflict between two countries. It's a ticking time bomb with the potential to drag in Iraq, Saudi Arabia, the Gulf states, and even NATO powers. The situation is fragile. The world is watching. And one miscalculation, one missile too many, could lead to a catastrophe we haven't seen since World War II. As of now, global diplomatic channels are buzzing. The UN Security Council has called for an emergency session. European Union officials are urging restraint. But words may not be enough. If Iran truly fires Khyber missiles, and if they reach their targets in Israel, then the shock won't just be felt in the Middle East. It will ripple through every corner of the world. The next 48 to 72 hours will be critical. Will Iran pull the trigger? Will Israel strike first? Will the US intervene militarily? Or will back-channel diplomacy prevail in the final hour? One thing is certain, the shadow of war is looming. And if the missiles fly, the world as we know it may never be the same again. Stay connected to NextGen World for breaking updates, strategic analysis, and behind-the-scenes intelligence on one of the most dangerous standoffs of our time. Subscribe now, because this is not just history in the making, it's the moment that could define the future.